And one of the things that I see often is that we get so consumed as you're scaling with the build and the scaling. Um, we're not really documenting the changes. Like I said, we're moving fast. We're not breaking things, but we're moving fast. And one of the key things about enterprise architecture, because there are so many different moving parts to it, is the documentation piece, right? So I don't know how many times we've gone back and done this for so many customers. It's like, and I feel bad because this is not my direct job, but the technical account managers who I often partner with on these customers have to go back and they have to look at everything. We do an optimization probably once a year, once every 18 months, where we're pulling down all of their details and all of their documentation. What is this naming convention? Why did we do this? How did this
Hmm.
happen? Who changed this when? What was the purpose here? Was this part of this project or this project? Um, so one of the things that I love to impart upon my customers, in particular my admins, is one day they're going to win the lottery and they're
Yep.
not going to care about stopping to document all of the things that they know that they have up here. They know why they did it. They know how they did it. They know what it touched. They all of that like institutional knowledge that they've developed and keep here, they're not going to take the time before they go off to an island with an icy cocktail and soak up a sun to make the documentation, right? So the next person is up the creek without a paddle. And having that consistent understanding of how things were developed, how they were built, the dependencies that they have, who is involved. I've got a really quick story about that right now. I have a customer. We're going into the big six. They have got this app that was built, a custom app that was built 6 years ago.
Hmm.
No, and this is a company where people stay. So that person that built it is probably somewhere in their universe. We could not, for the life of us, figure out who to talk to about the what's and whys of this to develop upon it and customize it for the broader need it has today. Because we didn't know who made it, we didn't know who built it, or who was participating in it, or where to look for it.
Hmm.
So it really is a true challenge for organizations today. And I think even further to that, when we think about it, when agents are going, when your agents are online, all of these organizations, because they have BPOs, they have internal folks. All of their agents are using their macros. They're doing all these things. They're getting weekly updates, if not daily updates, about changes that have been made, things they need to know about the business, but also things they need to know about their tools. And
Hmm.
so having that in one place has been really valuable for my customers to say, take this out, put it here, delete these ones because it doesn't matter to them. And then, hey, that macro is gone. This new macro has been added, and here's what it's going to do. Use it. And I think that that's really valuable for my customers.
Yeah, and I see the same with my customers as well that I'm working with to help implement Salto for their Zendesk environments. I'm just recalling right now one of my customers, small team, only a couple admins. But one of those admins unfortunately had a medical emergency where they were out for almost a couple months. Because they were using Salto, they were able to come in, see what deployments we're working on, what's in the environment, and it wasn't obviously like it's a little bit tough to go into someone else's role and kind of pull on all their work as well as your own. However, having all the documentation there really helped them to avoid some of the impact that could have had by just not having an admin for that many months. So let me go right back into Salto here and just kind of highlight some of that documentation functionality that can really help with that automated, not only automated documentation, but streamlining your onboarding process because you've got everything documented.